Yate from New Mexico. Welcome to my channel, New Mexico Outdoors with Mountaintop Bob. Good morning. It's early here. 6 o'clock a.m. One of the things I love about living in New Mexico is the peace and quiet. And I get up every day early, watch the sun come up. Can't wait for a new day here. On this particular day, woke up to horses in the yard, threat of rain. Monsoon season has started. The Navajo say in some of their stories that the holy people live in the clouds. That's why the four sacred mountains are so sacred. That's how you get the closest to the holy people. Go to the top of those mountains. In this video, I've been visited by the holy people in the clouds, and I think they came to say hello to the new ones, the new horses, the babies. The Navajo have a special connection to their horses. They consider them family. They consider them brothers and sisters. They consider them a sign of strength. I had no idea when I moved here to New Mexico, to the last house on the left. I'm at the very end of my road. I'm the last house, and my house is on the left. And I'm shooting these horses from my front porch with a camera, of course. Horses have been part of my life in actual learning to ride. Some of my favorite thoughts back to my father is time that he spent with me on horseback. I have a picture that I don't remember of me when I was real little on a horse. My dad was a true cracker from Florida. He moved cattle with bullwhips and horses. He was a horseman. But all the stuff he taught me did not prepare me for this. I always imagined what it must have been like to live in the old days when horses run wild and free, go out on the range and rope one, tame it, saddle it, bridle it, make a friend of it, a working companion, you might say. I never thought I would have an opportunity to go somewhere or come somewhere such as this and see horses living in the wild the way they're meant to be. I fear that this may be the last video this year of these horses. I threatened to gate them out, put up gates, keep them off my property, but as you can see, I just cannot make myself do that. It's such a spiritual occasion when you find horses, this many horses on your property, grazing, just milling around, doing what horses do. One of my fond memories from days gone by is me and my brothers on horseback, riding around our farm in pulpwood land in northwest Florida. Fond memories, days gone by. Includes horses. Comanche, a horse my dad bought and brought to the farm. The horse that he taught us all how to ride. This one particular day, Comanche just wanted to rear up. I was sitting in the saddle. And my dad says, "Quit pulling on the reins." I was trying to stop him. He stopped. but I didn't stop pulling on the reins, so he started rearing up. That was the day that I got stepped on. Dad showed me how to maneuver around a horse, keep that from happening. He was very knowledgeable about how to handle horses, how to live with them, how to work with them, how to use them for the tool that we use them for on the farm, moving our cows around and this and that. Moving out here to the west, out here to New Mexico, northwest corner, smack dab in the middle of the Navajo Nation, the largest Indian nation in the world. I'm so happy to be here. And I'm so happy to find these horses running free on open range in Navajo land. There's so many stories on the internet that you can find from all the different Indian nations around the country. They have their own stories, wonderful stories. I looked and looked. I was looking for one to tell. I wanted to share a Navajo story, but I'm going to leave it for them guys to do. They do such a better job of it than I do, and they're everywhere. Just look on the internet, on YouTube. The story of the horse. Were they here before Columbus? Some say they were. Some say they weren't. I'll let you be the judge of that. Ever how they got here, they're here now. And they're beautiful. And these are the Mustang. The wild Mustang. Waking up and seeing them in my yard or on my property, a 5-acre yard, it's a wonderful feeling. The spirituality of it all. Watching them move around. When I first came here, I worried about them a lot. I felt like I needed to build a barn so they could get in and out of the weather. I felt like I needed to keep feed here on my property so I could give them a bite of hay. I felt like I needed to keep water here for them to drink. As it turned out, all those things weren't necessary at all. They seem to manage very well on their own, and I think that's the way they like it. They will, however, take advantage if you decide to drop a bale of hay out here. They'll be all over it. If you put water out here, they'll get used to it being here, and they'll come. 4th of July, we will have lived here for 3 years in this house. And it's been an amazing experience. It really has. And every time I think I'm learning or starting to get a handle on the Navajo way, their culture, the horse culture they have, I find that I know less and less. Every time I think I know more, I find I know less and less. Like the word yate. Everybody thinks it means hello. As it turns out, I just found out, doing some research on these horses, yate means so much more than just hello. It's a greeting the Navajo use when they meet to say, hello, everything is good in my life. All things on earth are good. It means so much more than just hello. And that's the thing with the Navajo and the other First Americans. There's so much more to these people than meets the eye. You dig down below, dig down into it. It's a great nation of people, the Navajo Nation. It's a great nation of people, the Apache, the Zuni, the Okomi, and there's so many more. I think the one thing they all have in common is their love for the horse. Their reverence for the horse. Of course, in the Navajo land, everything means something, and everything means nothing. It's a vicious circle we all live in, and they recognize that. The circle of life. I think the horse represents the circle of life as well as any other creature on the planet. As you can see here, we got the babies, and we got the old guys, and we got the old mares, and we got young mares. It's right here for the eye to see. I thought I might like to own a horse again. I've owned 3 in my lifetime of my very own. In Oklahoma, I was stationed there in the Air Force. Horses was, as it turned out, was the thing or the animal that kept me centered. It gave me something to do, kept me squared away. The pressure of my job became more than I could bear. Just go to the barn and brush my horse, clean his feet, saddle him up, go for a ride. Always made the world seem a much easier place to live, playing with the horse. And now that I see him on my property, free to come, free to go, no gates up yet. Probably will never get around to it. I love having them come visit. They're wonderful. I learned a word a while back called Serenity. Zen, peace, calm. These horses in the sagebrush have such a common effect on me. Just watching them graze, watching them move around, watching them whenever they get into their horse politics. Watching when the stallions come together. And then they have to decide who's going to be king. King of the hill. The wonderful horse. I've enjoyed watching them in rodeos. I've enjoyed having them on the farm. I've enjoyed taking care of my own. But I have to say that seeing them out here in the wild, grazing, moving along as they see fit, doing what horses do, when there's no human contact involved, they're just there. It's probably one of the things that I'll cherish the most as time goes on, is memories. So I shoot these videos more as much for me as anyone else. I know I'm going to want to go back as time goes by and visit these videos again and again. Anyway, I thought I would share this one last horse video with everybody. This will probably be it for the season. I think the Navajo are rounding them up. As it turns out, every year they seem to round them up, and then they pick out the ones they want, and then they release the rest back into the open range. In the 3 years that's gone by, or the 2 years that's gone by, it seems that they kind of disappear over the hill about this time of the year, not to be seen again until the fall starts cooling off. Before the snow falls, they'll come back. In the meantime, this is Mountaintop Bob saying yate. And there's no word for goodbye in Navajo. They have a saying that they say when someone is going to go away. I'll not try to repeat it. My knowledge of the Navajo language is nil, nada, none. Anyway, so I'm going to let this video run. I got another piece of music coming up here, and I'm going to back out and be quiet and just let you enjoy the rest of the video and the view of the horses. Thanks for watching. New Mexico Outdoors with Mountaintop Bob. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See ya.